be underground. It means you gotta be free to be underground. Yo, you got your own key when you're underground. If you're listening to me, yo, you underground. White kids, black kids, skinny kids, fat kids, them Asian cats be underground. Chicanos, Palestinians, Milanos, up the Long Range and where's Tano, that's underground.
Live right now, exclusively on the Oracle Broadcasting Network, the home of cutting-edge talk radio. It's the Atlas Radio Show with your host, Sizzle and the HX.
What does it mean to be underground? It means you gotta be free to be underground. Yo, you got your own key when you're underground. If you listening to me, you underground.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Yeah, AMO, baby. Got ammo.
Welcome to the show. It is Saturday, June the 20th. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 9 a.m. Central. Welcome to Atlas Radio. I am your host, the one and only HX, with my co-host.
It's Sizzle. How y'all doing today?
Yeah. It's another episode of Atlas Radio, man. We've got a full show today. We've got a special guest coming up in the second hour that Corey was able to track down, get a hold of, and make contact with, and have him. He's going to call in his show in the second hour. That's journalist and activist, independent filmmaker Sam Dodson. We're going to talk about what happened with him recently. He was detained for, what was it, like 3 months or something like that, Corey?
It was actually almost 2 months, a couple days shy of 2 months.
Oh, yeah, 58 days, right. I went to public schools. I can't count to 60, so I don't know that. I really don't know that 60 days is 2 months. I can barely say my ABCs. But yeah, it's going to be good to have Sam on in the second hour, and we're going to try to get some solid information out of him and find out what happened, what's going on. In the first hour, we're going to kind of set that interview up, and Corey, this is going to be Corey's Corey's debut interview on Atlas.
Yeah. Today we're gonna because of this interview, we're gonna discuss a little bit about the Free State Project. The first full hour is gonna be about that. Yep. Third hour, we're gonna have phone lines open the entire hour. I don't know which more to say about that.
Yeah, man, you guys will be able to call in the third hour, and go ahead and you know what? I don't even have the vault page open here. Go ahead and hammer out the number there real quick. What's the number?
We'll know this number by heart in a second. It's toll-free international number is 866-841-1065. That is 866-841-1065. If you're local in the Austin area or you just have unlimited long distance, we don't care. The number is 512-904-8014. That is 512-904-8014. Actually, talk a little bit about that for a second. I've been doing a lot of listening by phone. You can use that number to listen by phone also. All I do is take my cell phone, call the number up, plug the adapter into my car, and I can listen to Oracle Broadcasting all day long, every day, as long as I want.
Right on. That's an innovative way to tune in and to keep track on what's going on here at Atlas Radio. Speaking about keeping track of what's going on at Atlas Radio, please make sure to go over to www.atlasmediaonline.com, www.atlasmediaonline.com. Click on the chat tab, and you can find the chat in there, and we are in there interacting with our listeners as we speak. And I can't go and check and give a call out on who's in there right now because I'm trying to log into this other page. So, Corey,
I think it's Jank, and we got we got you and me and Van Meter,
Donna V. Woo, we love Donna V.
We got some other people in there, but don't be afraid to come in and talk. I know some of you on the Super Chat page, but if you guys want to talk to us too live right now, you can the whole entire 3 hours on Twitter. We're going to be throwing some stuff out there live, but at Atlas Media on Twitter. See you on there. We'll do a little shout out, so go ahead and do that if you have a Twitter. Looks like we're coming up on a break. Make sure you check the next segment. We're talking about the Free State Project. You're listening to Atlas Radio.
Welcome back to the Atlas Radio program. I am your host, the one and only HX, along with my co-host, my boy, the one and only Sizzle, and effing Hizzle. Yeah. And before we get into this segment, I just want to take a small moment, if I could, to give a shout out to my local listeners in the area. We're going to call them Stella the Tank Girl and Hot Mama. These are very politically aware ladies that are in my local vicinity here, that are part of my local network, brand new parts of my local network. It's a pleasure to have met with them and spoke with them. Like I said, very politically aware, very on top of the world ladies. So I'm glad that they are tuned in and listening today. As we spoke about in the last segment, we're going to talk about the Free State Project right now, and we're going to get into a little bit about what the Free State Project is, why it's important, why people should consider being involved, and what do you think, Gore?
Well, talk a little bit about the Free State Project here. Little history on it. It's a political movement. It was started in 2001. The idea is to get 20,000 libertarian-leaning people to move to New Hampshire. Basically, what's going to happen? They figure if they get 20,000 people there, it will be able to turn events so it'll be more libertarian, an actual libertarian haven of sorts. Right.
Well, I think that the real critical point here is that the Free State Project is all about direct action, really, which is a very anarchistic concept.
Yes.
It's self-responsibility. It's self-injection into the problems of the world and taking it upon yourself to try to fix some of that. So the Free State Project is one of those kind of projects that I personally endorse. Who was it? Penn Jillette is from Penn and Teller fame is a outspoken libertarian.
Totally.
Yeah, and he came out recently and said that he supports the Free State Project and he should be a part of that. You could probably go to YouTube and search Penn supports Free State, probably, and it'll probably come right up. The Free State Project, man, it's a great solution, and it speaks to something that I've advocated for a long time now. I don't think that much is going to happen on the national stage because patriots in this country and people who are concerned about these issues are so far spread out. I think that one of the tactical maneuvers that a free people can choose to act upon is localizing to create what's called a staging ground. And a staging ground is important for groups of all kinds. You need a point of entry into the debate. And the Free State Project is one of those kind of deals. And you could correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to primarily focus on Keene, New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, that's there's actually a movement within the movement to try to move everyone to Keene. It seems that it's called Free Keene. I think hold on, let me open the website. The website's freekeene.com. It's a blog. Yeah. It talks about it. Obviously, our friends over at Free Talk Live and our guests the next hour are from Keene. They definitely do a lot of activism. That's where a lot of it's going on right now. But to go back a little bit to what we were discussing before, it's not a small movement. They want 20,000 people to say that they'll move. They already have 9,363 as of last week. 720 have moved. So we're not talking small apples here. We're talking, this is a decent amount of people that will move, and a decent amount of people already have moved. I mean, granted, 720 people doesn't sound like a lot, but how many people out there are really willing to pick up their lives and move it to another state just to be around freedom-loving people? That in itself is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not only just about being around